or not. It was a consistent argument at the earlier side of your career, if you were a rapper or not. And I said you are a rapper 100%. Well, at the time, you know, even till now, I still think you're a rapper. Well, how would you describe yourself first before we get into?
Yeah, but I started off with like rap. Like most of the I prefer conscious music. I like when I'm able to like express myself. Like when I was coming up, my friends used to call it suffer song. Like they say you like suffer song too much. Like trying to always motivate people in the
in the words Zlatan.
Otijabo.
Yeah, Oluwa.
Otijabo.
Oluwa.
Can you put it back?
I'm not putting it back, man.
Bro, you're lost.
Father Lord.
Bro, just remove this thing. You're lost. Don't do, bro.
They say you are singing suffer song.
Yeah.
So what did they say about your suffer song?
You just cut out this thing. Now person want to please. I mean, bend down. It's not straight again now. It's supposed to be straight, Abi. No mean.
But it's a small piece.
But wait, it's supposed to be straight and then you remove it. But now you've scattered everything.
So, what's going to happen next?
Bro. I'll show you. No. Solid. All right. So let's continue.
Yeah, so you say you were making some fun music.
Yeah, they say also like my friends like say you're making self a song. Like I just like to like rap on the beat whereby you can listen to the words that I'm saying. So apparently, like that was the early part, but it was until when I started Zanku that I started listening to. So whatever some people say
on the songs,
yeah, that's why. Whatever
hip hop,
yeah, the hip hop. So people like, but people just as you know how it is, they just assume because I'm singing now that they don't like see the rap part and like the verses. You see, when I make song, I sing.
Yeah.
On the hook and chorus.
So would you call yourself a rapper or a singer?
Definitely, 100% a rapper. I never used to like sing properly, but I had to like sing when I actually saw how it is going and I know that I just have to like sing. Although it wasn't really easy. Like the early stages of my career, I always have to like get someone to take my chorus for me and then do the verses. But before I patterned myself to like how to
deliver.
Yeah.
Now you were trending for the longest on
I look like
bet if I don't chop now.
I look like best really loose so I look like best really loose so
Okay. Now, what's it called?
Oh shit, can you lule?
Okay. As an artist, you are governed by mostly what your creative space dictates, right? And then there are also demands from your music consumers, right? How do you navigate that process? Because it's one thing for you to create what you're creating. It's another thing for you to finish and listen to it and say, now this one go enter, now this one go stop. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, like basically sometimes you don't know till like you put them out and then sometimes you have the feeling. Like literally, whenever I'm making a song, I make it for myself first. As long like I'm okay, like I need to feel it first, and then before I dish it out to the masses, I have to like literally love it. Because if I don't love it, I don't think I'll ever put it out. If I don't love it, so like I just need to feel it, and then we're good to go. And yeah, just send it out.
All right. Another question, another conversation is about how a lot of these multinationals, in terms of record distribution companies, have come into the country. Right? Either you like it or not. Some have been brilliant enough or intelligent enough to put Nigerian at the helms of affairs, and some have done otherwise and whatever. I'm sure you have been able to. You have been a beneficiary of one of these companies or worked with some of these companies as
Definitely.
well, right? What do you think about it? Do you think it has increased saturation in terms of release of records?
The world is evolving. What was happening last year is not what's going to be happening this year, and then what's happening this year is not what's going to be happening next year. I don't think it's because of the distribution companies that is increasing the releases. It's just because every other person now knows one producer or the other that can make music, and then that can make them beats, and knows that Instagram is, you can like post on Instagram, and then from 20 comments you can get 50
So you don't
comments.
think it's about distribution? You think it's more social media?
It's not just social media. Like, people is the greatness that people are seeing in people like me, people like Whiskey, people like Davido, people like Bonaboy, people like Bella Shmurda, like both like people from the street, most especially people from the street, people like Olamide, like me when I was coming up, I could I was literally looking at Olamide, I could like tell how he did it from Eniduro, like as a ghetto boy, like I saw the growth, I was following up, and I saw the way everything changed for him, and I said, yo, if this can happen for this person, and I saw the way, so I like made that like a point of contact. So that's how a lot of people out there that actually want to like that has passion for music are seeing it. They've seen how anyone can just blow off Instagram. They've seen how people can just post and then get record deals. So people like are awake. So it doesn't have to do with the distribution deal. Because you can even like, without this distribution, like this international deal, there's still places where you can just upload your songs online and then people still get access to it. So I don't think that's the reason why releases are much. People just like want to be part of this Afrobeat growth, and then yes, every young boy that has talent has seen people from the street that had nothing blow up.
Do you think your the music you do is quite balanced? I mean, there's the indigenous side in terms of using Yoruba as an indigenous artist, and then there are also songs where it's English, pidgin. It's just there's a balance to it. But do you think it puts you at a disadvantage on the international market with the way a lot of you guys are getting access to international collaborations and international performances and stuff? Do you think it puts you at a disadvantage to get in the international market because you're indigenous?
No, definitely not. Because there's so many songs from Nigeria that's actually doing great outside the country that if you listen to, most of them are pidgin. Like it's not proper like 100% English. So that I don't think there's no limitation to it. Like indigenous, our own indigenous doesn't mean it is just Yoruba. So I don't think there's any limitation to like music is way beyond the language. You understand? If you there's so many songs in like South African song that crossed to Nigeria, from South Africa to Nigeria is international. So it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter if it has to be America or UK. If a song flies from Rwanda to somewhere, it is like crossing across. All the all this South Africa. Yeah, you understand. So so I don't think there's any limitation to it. Like it's just the right plugins and the right connect, the right deals, the right label, the right structure,
and dollars.
And then the right marketing budget, and then there will be limitation to whatsoever you're saying.
Do you think artists are selling their souls to the distribution deals that a lot of them sign these days?
Do you know anything about distribution deals?
Quite a lot actually.
Yeah, so basically,
like a lot.
No.
Yes.
So I don't think anyone is gonna be selling their soul for distribution deals. There's difference between distributing your song, like we a company licensing you, like that's you giving them to help you distribute, and there's a difference between you signing to the company, and then because you're signed to the company, they have to distribute your songs.
Distribution license.
Yeah. So you can literally just distribute without being signed as an artist under.
We do understand that. That's not where I'm coming from. I'm talking about being signed under these distribution labels.
Yeah, so basically, depending on your contracts, some people like might sell their soul. Some people might have the right lawyer to like make sure their contract is well patterned. You understand? Depending on what you settle for. A lot of people settle for what's gonna hurt them, while a lot of people would never settle for that. So like it is not something that it is like that. It is if you want it to be like that. If you don't get the right people to like make you have the right contract, then it is you selling your soul because you didn't like check properly, or because of what you want right now.
So are you saying essentially that every artist that has been involved in a bad deal, it is the artist's fault?
Obviously, I'm not saying like 100%. It might be the situation of the artist at the moment, and feels like maybe the artist feel like this is what I need right now to actually move on to the next level, and then you feel like, okay, whatsoever comes with it, I don't mind. But right now, everyone is awake. Is back like some years back, like it's not really a bad thing. Like people learn from, a lot of us are now learning from some people's mistake, you understand? So it's normal to make some mistakes sometimes, so like you don't make it the second time. So right now everyone is awake, way awake than just getting into any bad contract, except that you don't have the right people. Yeah.
Okay. Now, album parts of the year is what it is.
Yeah.
Everyone's releasing albums. Which album are you feeling the most? Be honest. Burna Boy's album is out. Amale's album is out. Fireboy's album is out.
Yeah.
Who else? And then there are quite a number of
PPs. I'm listening, like literally Nigeria, we're actually like doing great right now. Everyone is actually putting Nigeria on the map, and then they make fantastic music. Love Damini is great. Fireboy Playboy album is great. Rave and Roses, Rema's album is great. Fireboy's album, my favorite song is Compromise. Like Rema and I'm anticipating Bella's album as well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so like it's just that
the way on Malay. With him, you dey quarrel with him.
So literally the only reason I haven't dropped this year is because I dropped a project last year, which
it's not even up to a year.
Yeah, so like the best songs, I haven't stopped recording since then, but I obviously can't just jump out of the album and then just. So basically, I'm about to start dishing out tracks again. I'm probably dropping my first track. I'm dropping the last video of the album on Friday, and then it's gonna be like back to back of new songs, and then trust me, there are new sounds and there are new crazy stuffs coming out.
So tell me about the it's not a long haul, but the long haul, the stretch of you not releasing music. Obviously, you put out a project, but other than that, it's unlike you.
Yeah.
To be honest,
it's
unlike you. It's almost like we get something every quarter, at least a feature. So it's going to be, I want to say, nearby the first time ever that you would take that long.
Yeah.
You know, not particularly away because your music is still out there, still banging, continuity on most records, but at least every quarter we get a record from you.
Yeah.
Be it worst case scenario, a feature at least.
Yeah.
You know, but this situation was different. Why? What were you working on?
Yeah, so last year, I think same thing happened last year. I think my first single last year was about November, but it wasn't obvious because I made like some songs towards the ending of the year before that
crossed over
crossed
into that year,
to like middle of the year, and then I dropped my first single. I think September, and then I now dropped an album in November. Yeah, so basically, I don't think I would. After this time, it will be very long before I take a long break again. Yeah, but there's just some things that has to be patterned.
E.g., family
involved, family. There are a lot of things that has to do with my personal life and not just my career alone. So basically,
is it the love part of it?
Love?
Is it love?
Look at it like love.
No, I don't think.
But it's about to be like a whole sensation. Trust me. So like I have like close to 4 videos I already shot. Like then this year, even before the end of the year, like I'm gonna be putting out songs like back to back. Yeah, true. Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. That said, so we're not expecting any album from you anytime soon. No, not yet, but singles and bangers.
Yeah.
Collaboration to expect?
Definitely.
Who?
Collaborations?
Yes.
Yo,
to expect.
You see now. My colleagues.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah. You see.
Okay. So is it the familiar faces or are we going another direction? Familiar faces, Davido. Yes, sir. The video is your bro. Even when you guys don't release records together, there's always a video of you guys, hanging out or something. There's always something. Regular faces. Irregular faces.
So basically, I'm dropping the last video of the album on Friday, like the final video, which was the reason why I delayed my first single this year because I shot the video like twice. I wasn't like
contented.
So I had to shoot it again. So it's dropping this Friday.
Did you change videographers?
Yeah.
Who shot the first one?
You always want to know everything.
Information is power,
the person's name is Jamiu Kalikotubi.
That's a big lie. Nobody calls that. It's the same way. Hey, what was that?
You don't know Jamiu.
You stop saying all those things.
No, I don't.
Kapachi Marimai Chupaco.
Casablanca.
Then he had Casablanca.
Isn't it?
Yeah, why?
Everything.
Why did you drop that?
I didn't drop it.
You just don't say it anymore.
Did you
outgrow it? To be honest.
I still say in some of my songs, basically not all the songs, but if you listen to my album, that's only because it's Kapachi Marimai Chupaco in LA. It's there now, bro. What are you talking about, bro?
Not be the same. That year, if you enter here, you go don't talk Kapachi.
You mean me like
4 times?
No, come on now. Yes, it's turned to the slogan that.
So why don't you say anymore like before?
So when I just walking into you, I should just shouting Kapachi Marimai Chupaco. Is that what you want?
Even now, you are even saying Kapachi Marimai Chupaco with accent. Oh, bro. Okay. If you were to advise artists, first things first, I want artists with similar background to yours, right? Not the ones that have come ready with trillions of naira to enter music industry because they are there. People that have to strive from 0 naira, 0 kobo. As an artist, no investment at the initial stage. How would you advise them to get in the game?
I don't know, man. Like the way it is now, I don't think is even if you like blow without money, like you eventually still need the money to keep up. So it's far beyond just blow it up right away. Like
that literally brought that. See, look, honestly, that was the bed of stone, Asha, to the next question, which is,
yeah.
do you agree that the music industry is too expensive?
There's nothing like expensive is never too expensive. Like if you know what, like when you want to achieve something, you don't see like
Not for you.
Yeah, right
You know
now
that you're not the. You know that you are not part of this
that's what I'm
conversation
saying.
about.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like
for the average boy trying to blow on the street.
Yes, definitely. 1 million naira is expensive to some people.
Is 1 million enough?
I'm saying that's what I'm saying. 500,000 naira is expensive to some people.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Some other people, their expensive is 50 million naira to them, or 15 million naira, or 100 million naira to them. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying now. You could literally still blow up with like influence and through the gram and then whatsoever. So you're asking me if like just listen, you asked me like someone like me that never had something, like never had money to like the people, you can still get your way through, but you would eventually still need money. Yeah, so there's not how you're gonna do it. So you saying I should advise, like I can only advise like, yeah, keep doing whatever you can do, like to like don't stop. Make sure you can like use the opportunities or whatsoever platform to like get seen, either social media or like going to like remember in the hood there are places like people go for like rap competitions and like that. But you eventually still need money to be consistent and then to still live to what you actually say you want to like live for.
Mm-hmm.